All right, my guy, my guy. I want to appreciate you, one, after a long sparring session, to take the time to still sit down and conduct an interview with me, man.
Of course, brother. I'm glad you chose me to be the person you interview.
Yes, indeed. But before we get too deep into it, if you don't mind telling the folks your name, your weight class, where you're from, and just a little bit about you.
I'm Sire Burris. I fight at 176 pounds, 165, and 189, but I am the Golden Gloves Regional Champion at 176. I'm originally from Michigan, Ann Arbor, Michigan, but I currently reside in Georgia.
Okay, that's what's up. So is it safe to say, though, because, we love featuring the Georgia and letting everybody know, you're a Georgia fighter. You are a Georgia fighter.
Yeah.
100%.
Of course.
Oh, okay, I like that. So when I first met you, it was actually at a tournament here at the gym, Different Breed.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me a little bit about Different Breed? I mean, this is my second time actually being exposed to y'all, but why do you like coming here?
When I first met the coaches, I didn't join a gym until last year. This was the first gym I actually truly joined, and I was fighting by myself for over a year. Different Breed, when I met Coach Price and Coach Raheem, they were really nice, very welcoming, and were in my corner. They worked my corner for my fight with Sebastian Aguilar, hardest fight to date. And after that, I've just been sticking with them. We used to have a fighter named Karina, and she's the one who introduced me to start coming here, and I've just been here since.
So did you start out at a gym when you started fighting?
My bad.
No, I was bored one day, and my friend Zion saw me shadow boxing, and he was like, you look like you do good at a gym. So I said, okay. So he drove me around. I went to a gym called PTC Combat Fitness, and I was beating up the amateurs. I thought I was awesome. But then my homie Dion came and beat me up pretty bad. And after that, I was like, yeah, I got to train. I ended up going to Detroit, flying out to get some actual work in at Kronk. That's where I met my homie DeVille Smith, undefeated WBC Big Belt champion in the pro level. He beat me up pretty bad too.
But was that bad?
Oh yeah, he hit me so hard. It felt like half my face was TV static. It was horrible. I just couldn't do anything. And the worst part is, right after I came back, I broke my hand. And I finally get back into training, and I think I'm really good. I go back up to Detroit, spar with DeVille. We did 3 rounds. I hit that man maybe 2 times. He worked me. But that made me want to work harder and everything. With very little training, ended up having my first fight and just kept going after that.
Good seeing you, brother. See, that's what I love about I see why you keep coming to the gym, because the love here is real. The love is real. So going back into starting off, when was the first time you picked up a pair of gloves, and when, we know how you got into it, but when was the first time? How old were you?
Okay. The first time I ever picked up some gloves is because I lost a fight. I never lost a fight before. I was beating people up. Not that it's a good thing, horrible thing. Kids don't do that. But I ended up losing a fight. My friend, he wrestled me. So it's he didn't beat me up or anything. But I lost the fight. And after that, I was I really want to learn how to protect myself. And I wanted to get really good. And my friend Zion, he had boxing gloves, and he used to do little boxing tournaments with our other friends. And first time I ever put some gloves on, we were at school, Griffin High School. We went to the soccer trailers. I put them on. I fought my friend Braylon. Lost. Then I fought a dude named Fabian right after. Won that. And then 3 other people. My first time ever putting on gloves, I fought 5 people back to back. And I knew I could do this.
Back to back?
Back to back.
What made you do back to back?
Because I put the gloves on and lost. I was like, I can't go home with a loss.
I need my get back.
That fight that I lost with my boy, the actual street fight that got me into boxing, 2 minutes later, there was a dude on the sidelines. He was watching. He was laughing. And I didn't like him. So I was like, all right, you come out here and beat me up too then. And I beat him. I can't go home on a loss. I have to. I can't.
You got to get that get back.
I got to get that get back.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now fast forward. We're working consistently. Can you walk me through what a normal training week looks like for you?
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm lazy. I'm very lazy. I work hard when it comes time to, but my living situation and things that I got going on outside of gym keep me from being at the gym that much. It's June now.
Yep.
I've only been to the boxing gym maybe 7 times this whole year. it's not even just a lazy thing. I was working because like my jobs conflict my time schedule and my child and everything.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to like fight week, I've always prepared and trained by myself. That's why I work so hard. Even when I'm not here, I'm training by myself. And when I had a rematch to get the regional championship against Lance Holloway, that was my 19th fight. I started running, I started training. I've always been decent at my diet. Like day to day is horrible, to be honest with you. I can eat like 8 cookies and cream chocolate bars back to back, nonstop.
I'm right there with you. I ain't mad at
do it. I do it.
Mad at it.
It's horrible. But when it comes to actual fight week, especially like if I fight at a lower weight class, oh boy. I had a rematch with my homeboy now. His name is Amir Jones. And I had won the BMF belt. We had a fight, ended up losing a split decision. I thought I won. But I lost a split decision, and he took my belt. And then they gave me 12 days short notice to have a rematch with him. I went from 190 pounds to 169 within those 12 days. I was eating nothing but protein yogurt, granola, eggs, and running, and about 1 water bottle a day, which isn't good, but I had to get that weight down because I wanted that fight. I'm very competitive when it comes down to it.
You cut that drastically?
That's not the worst of it. The worst I've ever done was at Sugar Burt's World Tournament Series. He told us we're not allowed to be an ounce over. I thought we had a weight allowance, so I was 182 pounds, and I had an hour to cut the weight. So I went to LA Fitness. I put some abalone on, some makeup remover. Sorry about that. And a sauna suit. Hopped in a sauna. Brother, I lost. What was it? 4, 6. I've lost 6.5 pounds within that hour. It was horrible.
That is dedication.
It felt like the sweat on my back was boiling. The dedication is kind of, I'm financially inclined, and I had already paid to fight, and I was like, I don't want to waste this money.
Yeah.
And I drove an hour and a half out here, so.
We gotta fight.
We have to fight. I got that weight off, and it was horrible.
Yeah. Well, big shout out to Sugar Burt though, because I
shout out to Sugar Burt.
I heard nothing but good things about them. Hopefully we can get them, sitting down here soon. But focusing back on something that you said, you even though you're not like maybe going to the gym necessarily, you're still training at home though.
Yeah, most definitely.
Which we know a bunch of fighters. I mean, we can name a fighter most recently who just won a WBC belt, who literally, I think they were training in the basement of their house the entire time before they even actually touched the gym.
Yeah.
So basically, you can still put in the work even without it, pretty much.
Oh yeah, you never have an excuse. Shadow boxing is one of the most important tools in boxing. Like when you're doing pads, you have the coach telling you what to do. You're not really thinking for yourself. When you're on the bag, you get a little more freedom. You're hitting a stationary object. But when you're shadow boxing, you need to lock in, imagine somebody there. You have to get comfortable with your own feet placement and everything. I think shadow boxing is the most important thing.
I would have to agree. I mean, I from people that know what they're talking about, I hear the same exact thing. So
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. Going back into the Georgia boxing scene,
Yes, sir.
we shouted out some great promoters. What is it like being a boxer coming up in Georgia right now?
I feel like we don't get that much recognition just yet. But again, we do have some really good fighters out here, whether it's on the pro level or just the amateur level. Again, my boy Elijah McLean, he's like the best at 165 in my opinion. He's amazing. But we also got Jacque Varner. He's a monster himself. He came to my gym and he looked at me after I just got done sparring. I told him, look away. I was like, look away, bro. We not sparring today. Maybe another time when I'm at 100%. But he throws with the intention to knock everybody out. I was like, I ain't got time for that today.
Yeah.
I gotta go home.
I got stuff to do.
Exactly. But again, Marcus Howell at 176 with me, my boy Derek, bro. We have some really good fighters in these weight classes, and we haven't got the recognition just yet. But I know one day it's gonna come.
What do you think it's going to take to put Georgia on the scale of like a Philadelphia, a Texas, a California, Ohio, I hear?
I think what we'd have to do, we'd have to have a lot less discourse between the boxing communities, because there's always like a lot of politics going on between the gyms. And egos get in the way of a lot of things, but it's gonna happen. You got adrenaline, you got testosterone built up, you're literally fighting for your life every time you get in that ring. So it's natural to have some butt heads sometimes, but it's something we have to work on if we want to get out there more.
But you think it's possible?
I think it's possible.
Okay.
Again, we got, man, what? I didn't even mention Chad Pitts. That boy's a monster.
That was, I mean, you mentioned some, but my next follow-up question was going to be, what are some names in the Georgia amateur scene? I mean, we can do Georgia amateur or even necessarily pros that haven't like catapulted yet.
Yeah.
That we should be watching.
Bro, my boy Manny. Oh, Manny's a monster. He just went to we were at National Golden Gloves together, and right before our fight, me and him went for a walk and everything. We just chopping it up, and he gave me a really nice talk, and it put me in a good mindset. I ended up losing, unfortunately, but he went out there and knocked his guy out. I think it was like the first round. It was amazing. Wow. We got Manny. Again, we got Marcus. We got my boy Adelba. He only has like 2 fights, but he's as good as almost anybody who I get in the ring with.
Yeah.
When the pro level, we got Flash, Hakeem Tito Lopez. That's my boy. I got to spar him again, though, because he hurt me.
He got off on you?
Oh, boy. He was tearing my body up.
All right, Lopez.
I was like, do we got a problem? This is your first time meeting me, bro. But his older brother, is his older brother? He has a brother, and he's brother. They're all monsters. We got some good pros out here.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we don't get that much recognition yet, but, like, the one who got the furthest so far, Brian Norman Jr., he was doing his thing. Unfortunately, he lost against Devin, but he came right back out and reminded everybody who he is. Like, we have good people out here.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of a Brian Norman, I want to sit down with him and ask him about selling fights because the last Canadian he just went against, he sold that. He gassed it up so well where I was like, he might be in trouble. Man, I watched that mug. I was like,
Took care of that boy. Took care of that boy.
I was like, I got to learn how to sell fights.
Man, I've never met Brian yet, but like anytime I heard stories about the sparring, they're always like, he has one setting. Go, go, go. I'm like, ah. I saw him knock out the Asian guy.
Yeah.
The way he timed it and just took his jaw, I was like, brother in Christ. But, some nasty boys out here. That's what I'm saying. Georgia, we got some good fighters out here.
100%. Okay, so in your opinion, what is the difference between a good boxer and a great boxer?
Difference between a good boxer and a great boxer. I think a great boxer doesn't need a coach to be telling him when to work. I think a great boxer takes time working on the fundamentals. Like, that's why, again, I take inspiration from my boy DeVille. I watch him. I've really just been in the gym, worked out with him, and just see the dedication he puts into it. He's a Michigan fighter, but see the dedication he put into it while we were at Kronk. Man, by the end of the workout, I threw up like twice, and that boy was still ready to go more. Wow. Like, he has a mindset and knows what he wants to do, and that's something I can respect. And like, even though I said he beat me the worst anybody's ever beat me, I could tell he wasn't genuinely trying to hurt me. Yeah. He wanted to show me what this game could be, how bad it could be, and I gotta work.
He was just setting the bar for your expectations.
Oh yeah,
really.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is how I can get. This is what you'll be facing out here possibly.
Most definitely.
I mean, more than likely, you know.
Yeah.
We'll come across
again. I think he's the best I've ever been in the ring with. Him, Hakeem, Marcus Howell, Flash. I think those are the top 4 I've been in there with.
I've heard of this Flash character. I'm gonna need to sit down with him. I've heard his name a few times.
Man, that nigga named Jordan.
Okay. So, what are you chasing right now? Like, what's the next target?
I do want to end up going pro. I'm working hard. I really wanted to win nationals. I've never taken an easy fight. Again, my 9th ever fight, I was chasing the #1 guy in 176. Like, I wanted the experience. I want to go pro. I want to make a name for myself. That's my ultimate goal. Like, I really would have loved that national Golden Glove championship belt, but unfortunately it wasn't my time. And if I do stay amateur this year, then I'm going to go for that again and then turn pro, but we're working towards something.
Okay. Where do you want to be in boxing 2 or 3 years from now?
I want to be, I know my first few fights as a pro, I'm going to be fighting at light heavyweight, 175, and then probably go back down to 168. But in 2 to 3 years, I want to have about I want 4 to 6 fights as a pro. And the belt I really want the most is the IBF.
Okay.
Yeah. I love it.
The belts, you do have a preference? Like, what is it that drives you to a specific belt?
Well, I never really had a preference in the first place. My friend Zion, I know I keep bringing up that character a lot. We were talking about like when I first got into boxing and everything, and he's like, brother, the WBC belt, that's the only one that matters. Because we were talking about my favorite boxer, his name's Alexander Usyk, and we were talking about him, and he was talking about
bad man.
Man, he was talking about Tyson Fury. He's like, Tyson got the WBC belt. That's the only belt that matters. I was like, that's not true. And Usyk, shout out to Usyk. Usyk's my favorite fighter, and my first ever win, December 2nd, 2023. I got a first round stoppage, and Usyk and the WBC liked that video. That felt better than the win. I was so about that win, and as soon as I saw Usyk like that, I was like, what?
That's dope.
Boy, I don't want to fangirl, but the guy's like, wait a minute.
I mean, I think his admiration is cool. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's your favorite fighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
man. He's awesome. Like him, my favorite boxer is Alexander Usyk and currently Jai Opetaia.
Okay.
Like, if I could fight like anybody, it would be Jai Opetaia, honestly. He's aggression personified.
Yeah.
He just goes at it. I watched a fight where he got his jaw broken and still just kept swinging. Like,
he had that dog in him.
he's Samoan, so
he got that dog.
It's natural.
He said it goes without saying.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, mine is actually. I know he's, fairly new, but Abdullah Mason right now is.
That's a bad boy though.
That's my guy.
Bad boy.
I rock with him. But this is about you.
Right.
What do you want people to say about you when the career is over? I mean, the career hasn't even started, or even got close to really starting yet. You got a huge runway to go, and the sky is the limit.
Yeah.
Where do you want your career? What do you want people to say about your career when it's over?
I want them to say that I was a good person. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm just the meanest, baddest person in the world. I'm decent at boxing, I work hard when it comes time to. I know I got things to clean up. But like ultimately, even though I like boxing, I don't just do this for me. I do it for my family, whether it be like my niece, my son. Like I want my son to be able to look up one day and be like, that was you? That was you, old man? And I want to be able to give the people I love a better life. Because like where we grew up at wasn't the best, but it wasn't horrible. But then after the divorce happened, we were homeless for a while. We moved to an apartment complex, which was dangerous, and I really didn't want my niece there. And I'm working hard, especially now that I have my son. But I want everybody to know, like, I'm a good, genuine person. I like conversing with people. I'm very easy to talk to. When I get in that ring, I want to be completely different. I want to be a dog. Don't get that misconstrued. I'll mess you up. But outside the ring, I want people to think, like, I'd like to be like him.
Mm-hmm. I can definitely vouch for that, though, because, before we even started any of this, when this was still an idea ready to be birthed, and I came across you at the tournament, it was like, hey, I'm doing this thing. You were just like, all right, sign me up. When we going to do it? And I was like, usually people be like, let me see the body of work yet. But you were like, hey, so I can vouch for that.
But I'm always down to help anybody with anything, especially because, like, helping me help you help me. Like, what are we talking about right now?
Everybody eat.
Exactly. And like I've always been a helpful person. That's just who I am.
What is something about you that has nothing to do with boxing that would surprise people?
I collect coins. I collect Pokemon cards. I don't play the game. Don't think I don't do all that now. I just like the art of them. Something about me. When y'all see me and everything, people think, oh, he's a good boxer, this and that. Man, my friends bully me. Anytime I hop in Discord, they bully me. You would never think. Nobody ever disrespects me in person. Them, they bully me. Zion's only like 5'4". He'll still jump up and by the deck of the neck.
Get you a nice little wham.
Yeah, it's like, But that's because I'm close with those people. I can be more, relaxed around people. I don't feel like I got to prove myself to anybody. I never have.
I respect that. All right, just two more questions before I let you out of here.
Let's hear 'em.
Who outside of boxing has had the biggest impact on your life?
Before recently, I would say it was my mom. My mom's always that's my road dog. I love her to death. She's helped me through everything. I've watched her give up work and all this other stuff just to try to make it to my fights. And she's only missed 2 of my fights, and both times she pretty much cried because she's like, I missed it. And like, My mom, while we were at nationals, we were in Oklahoma. I was gonna go by myself, but she was like, "Please let me come." I was like, "Dog." So instead of flying out there, I drove 15 hours just so that she could come with me. And and unfortunately, when I lost on the way back and everything, I'm like sad and disappointed because And she looked at me and she was like, "Yeah, obviously I wanted you to win, but like at the end of the day, look where you made it. You've only been competing 2 years officially, and you made it to national Golden Gloves, which not everybody does." She explained to me how I should be proud of myself. Mm-hmm. So my mother's always been the biggest person, but now it's my son. And unfortunately, there are situations I can't see my child at the moment, but I love him.
I respect that. And you know what? Sometimes you learn more in the losses than you do the wins.
Yeah.
And I feel like those losses turn you to a bigger beast anyway down the road. So it's like, you may lose a junior golden or a national Golden Gloves tournament, but down the line you win in IBFs, you win in WBCs. Like
exactly. Last year, I went on, I think it was a 4-fight losing streak. I had to take some time off because I was Golden Gloves. I was uncontested, and I was like, okay, cool, because nobody could fight me. So I was the representative of Georgia. I had a really bad night that night because I had people like, oh, look, you got a belt you didn't even have to fight for, and that really hurt my feelings. One thing about me, I mentally haven't always been the strongest. Like when it comes from somebody I care for, like if some random guy said it, like, oh, who the fuck is you?
Yeah.
You ain't about to beat me. You didn't get a ring with me, and like that's the mindset I have now. Mm-hmm. But like last year, my mindset wasn't the tip top that it is now, and had a bad night. I didn't end up going home until about 6 a.m. And then at 7 a.m., I got a call saying, hey, do you want to come fight? I ended up going back up there, no sleep. I ended up losing a split decision to a guy who wasn't that good. And no, like, I'm not trying to like shit on him or anything, because he beat me. So that makes me worse. But that made me feel even worse about having the belt, even after the people said, oh, you didn't have to fight for it. That made me feel worse because, like, dang, I really didn't earn it. So then I went to regionals. And then I lost to Lance Holloway, who was ranked number like 8 at that time. And then that just made me like, dang, I really didn't earn it. After that, a few weeks later, I had a fight with this dude I already beat named Freddie. He threw me onto my shoulder, and the doctor stopped the fight, and they gave me a loss for that. I was like, what are we doing right now? Mm-hmm. I fought my homeboy Javier Rodriguez. I was doing so good. That third round, I was tired, but my mouth guard came out. I put my arms on the ropes, yada, yada, yada. They gave him a split decision win over me. I was like, oh, my God. I took some time off. Then I fought Edgar Hernandez at 165. They gave him a split decision that I thought I won that. I was like, brother, what is going on? Then I had a fight canceled, and I didn't fight for 8 months. And this year, the same thing was going on. Nobody could fight me at Georgia Golden Gloves, so I got the belt. But this year, I didn't let that bother me. I said, it is what it is. I'm going to go to regionals. I'm going to win because I know I'm going to have a rematch with Lance because I know he's the best in Alabama. I was like, I'm going to make up for last year. I'm going to make up for this whole past year of just not winning anything. Mm-hmm. And I went there. I gave it all I got, and I won. And it doesn't take the losses off my record. But mentally, it made me feel so much better that I was able to prove it to myself this time. And that was with only coming into the gym, though, 3 times this whole year. Mm. So in that 8 months, I jumped so far. I was above the dude, one of the only dudes who I was like, oh, yeah, he was better than me that day. Because he was better than me.
He earned it.
Yeah, he earned it. He was better than me that day.
We'll give credit where credit's
due.
due.
Yeah, I give credit. Yeah, definitely. And he was better than me that day. But I worked so hard, I surpassed a better version of him within that year, and that made me feel good.
When we go all the way this year, just holler at me, let me know, so that way we can get this on films.
Most definitely.
Boom.
I got you.
When you go pro, who's a fighter you want to fight? Who's one on your list where you're like, win or lose, I need that?
Honestly, I don't have anybody on my list just yet.
Okay. I mean, it's still very new, so
not
new, but it's still like,
Yeah, I don't have anybody on my list just yet. Like, I don't have nobody to call out. Honestly, I wish I did.
One day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Last question. If you could give one piece of advice to a kid who just walked into the gym for the first time, what would it be?
Understand you don't know everything. You don't know everything. Listen to what your coach is telling you. Stay relaxed. Relaxation is the biggest part of boxing in my eyes. The tighter you are, the more energy you burn, the less oxygen travels through your bloodstream, faster you gas out. Stay relaxed, listen. I was just in the ring with Chris, aka Overhand Entertainment, and I hear him saying, "Hey, do this, boom, boom, boom. It's working. I'm feeling good." I'm able to listen and hear what he's telling me to do and do it because I'm relaxed. So yeah, I just say, listen, be open-minded and willing to learn. I've had that problem in the past, so trust me, I know.
Yeah, I think we all can agree to
Oh, yeah.
we've all been there.
All been there.
But thank you again for taking time out to speak with us. The sparring session, y'all will catch it on the channel. So if you haven't seen it, but you saw this interview first, make sure you go back to the channel, check out the sparring sessions going on. The vlog is loaded. We're going to be following this young man throughout the rest of his career. We're going to go ahead and say that, put that on films.
Most definitely.
And then we're going to have a Golden Gloves championship, and then we're going to have a national championship this year that we're going to document.
Yes, sir.
All right, last words.
My name,
Instagrams, names, all that.
I am Sire, the Hitman Burris. I did not give myself that name, by the way. Coach Cairo did. Shout out to Coach Cairo. Sire, the Hitman Burris, your regional Golden Gloves champion. You can follow me at Sire Burris on Instagram. That's literally everything. And feel free to hit me up if you want to spar, if you want to get some work, train, or just somebody to talk to. I'm always here. Especially if you like Spider-Man. He's the best superhero out there. So, yeah.
We can argue about that off camera, but
Ooh,
all right.
don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Appreciate you.
Peace.